literally at one time, you know what? Maybe you guys can edit the video. Maybe I can't tell that story. I don't. Can I tell it and then you can decide if it's good enough? I don't know if it's okay.
You tell it, and I'll cut it if it has to be cut.
Okay, all right, cool. So look, so I'm playing in Russia at this time, and so in Russia they have and sometimes they will pay in like they'll pay you in cash, right, in whatever currency that you're from. And so literally, and so what you do is you take the cash, and they have a relationship with certain banks, and you go to the bank, and then you're able to deposit the money, and then wire it to wherever you want to wire it to, right? So on times when they would pay us in cash, certain times they would pay us in cash, we would excuse me, they would always give us a security guard and a translator to go with us, right? So I go to, I go in, I get my, my cash payment, and I'm going with the translator, and I get to the, now mind you, this is 2009, 2010, so this is a little bit before social media really takes off, no Instagram, nothing like that, and so I mean, but this is BlackBerry time, so we get to the bank, and the bank teller is putting everything through the money machine, and I'm kind of like sneaking pictures with my BlackBerry, and like, so now mind you, as a 25, 26-year old, I'm showing my age a little bit at that time. Like, had Instagram been around, this would have been my time to shine. So anyway, but I start to notice that the bank teller every now and then, after it goes through the money machine, she takes it out and she's putting some money over to the side, and I'm just like, hey, what's going on? I'm telling the translator, hey, you see what's she doing with that money right there? And she's like, and so the translator asked her, she said something in Russian. She says it back. And then she was like, don't worry, I'll tell you when she finishes. So she keeps going, going. Finally, but she keeps periodically putting money over to the side. And I'm like, man, and I'm starting to get upset. But anyway, we leave. She gives her the money back in the envelope. We leave, we're walking to the car, and we get in the car. I was like, hey, what was going on with that? She says, Keith, we're going back to the gym right now to meet with the owner, the president of the team. But because she said that they cannot accept money that has either been wet or has traces of cocaine on it. And I was like, I said, are you serious? I was like, oh, damn, are you serious? And she was like, yes, yes, but don't worry. We will go back and we will talk to the president and we will sort this issue out.
Yeah.
So we get back to the gym, take this elevator to the top of the arena. We go, and then there's this big wooden door. And then behind the wooden door, there's this big steel door. So like, open the door, go in the office, and it's kind of like a thing out of a movie. It's like, a big fat Russian guy with a big mole on his face, and he's sitting there, and his head is down, and he's just like, now he wasn't typing, he's like writing something. And then so anyway, she walks in, she explains everything to him, and he's looking at her, and he's looking at me, and he's looking at her, and then so behind him, man, there's like this big safe. So he turns around and opens the safe up, and literally opens the safe. There's euros, dollars, rubles. I mean, just all these different currencies in there. And he's like, and he turns around, he's like, oh, and he asks her in Russian, like, how much? And then she's like, okay. And he takes the money out. He's like, oh, okay, this is good money. Good money. Okay, go. Thank you. And then he takes the money that she brought him, throws it over to the side, and then he's like, okay, bye. And then goes back to writing down whatever he was writing. And then so that was kind of like, oh wow, welcome to Russia moment. You know what I'm saying?